Was that a rougher fight than you expected?
Yeah, it's very hard fight. Look my face, my nose. Wow. I'm surprised. You can see end of the fourth round when I make him slam, he give me like crazy headbutt to my nose and I feel my nose broke or something. But doctor check, say it's good, nothing problem. But very hard fight. But, you know, the hard fights give me good improve, you know. I improve a lot from this fight also. And what's this fight meaning for me and for everyone? From the first second to last second, I will fight. No matter how it's gonna go, but I will fight. This is war.
More. Is there anybody in particular that you'd like to see next? I know it's tough to ask. You just got done. You walked out of the cage, but we're going to ask it.
Honestly, if you ask me today, Shavkat is not fighting. Prates still fighting, still active, and maybe Prates, because Morales also is good, but Morales fight, I don't know, last time, I don't remember when he fight, you know. If you ask, like, who's the most deserved guy, I think Carlos Prates.
Thank you so much. Islam Makhachev champ here with us. Islam, first thing you said when you won your first fight in the welterweight was, I'm really happy. Now you get the 17 win streak. How does that feel?
It's feel good. I'm in the history of this sports, and I'm gonna be like many years more in history because it's my record right now, and people are gonna talk about that many years more.
You've been saying to Joe Rogan's mic, you've been talking about the power because you used to be the most powerful guy in the lightweight division. What's the difference in the welterweight? I'm not big on the weight division. I still improve, still gain weight, still feel more comfortable like every fight, you know. That's why I have some things to improve more. And how do you make the difference? Because for some people, it is 2 rounds each. For you and Jan in the 5th round, how do you make the difference to get the takedown and get the big position?
Yeah, I just know, you know, I have to do some things. My corner says, Islam, you have to win the 5 rounds. You have to win every round, you know. I just, in my mind, in my like feeling, I know I can do, you know. That's why we go in 5 rounds, take him down, take his back. But very hard to finish people like this. Very hard to beat these guys. Very hard to show good performance with people like Jan, you know. He stand and he just wait, you know. And very hard to fight someone like that.
You're surprised of his ability to defend the takedown?
I'm not surprised, bro. This is the high level. This is the fight for the title, for the best, you know. That's why I'm not surprised. We just show good fights for the all fans.
And I want to make you react to that sequence because you showed you have good heart, but you offered us one of the purest mixed martial arts sequence over the past few years. You get him down with the high kick, and then you get another takedown.
Yeah, it's a good moment, you know. Here I just go some little bit crazy, don't control my breathing, you know, try to finish him, but it's good, it's good.
Now it's time, I think, to rest for you. There's a lot of people. Who do you think deserves it the most? Like there's Carlos Prates, there is Morales as well.
I'm waiting for the call. My phone is working.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Tonight wasn't my night. I feel great. I did great. Islam was just better to me than me tonight, and that's okay. I want everybody who loves me and supports me and wants to see me do better. I want you to know that I'm going to be back. I'm not disheartened by this. I'm bulletproof in my mind. I'll be back. I'm 28 years of age. I just fought arguably the greatest fighter we've ever seen in this sport. And I pushed him to the fucking wire. And I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so proud of my team and everything that we've done. I'm so proud of what I've done in this world and who I've become. Nobody's stopping me. Nobody stopped me. Tonight was not my night. Islam, your team, congratulations. You guys did amazing. I have nothing but love and respect for everything you guys have done in this sport. I've said that to you. I'll be back. There's plenty of matchups in this sport, plenty of fun matchups that I'm excited for. We'll be back, and we'll be better than ever. I love you all. Let's go, baby.
Fuck, do you have 2 belts? Aura? I mean, like, it is what it is, bro. I mean, like, you are, but you're not. That was temporary, but now you're just defending 1 belt, bro. Why you keep... I don't know, guys.
Islam Makhachev may already be plotting one of the most dangerous chapters of his career. Following his clash with Ian Garry, Islam made one thing brutally clear: he has no intention of slowing down. He wants to return before Ramadan, but now another threat appears to be pulling his attention. One name has surfaced: Carlos Prates. Prates has rapidly transformed into one of the division's most dangerous and unpredictable fighters, and Islam appears willing to walk straight into that danger. Instead of avoiding the threat, he seems eager to discover exactly what happens when two elite forces collide. And if this matchup becomes reality, it could reveal whether Islam is still chasing challenges or preparing for one final defining war.
C330 just wrapped up seconds ago in the Philadelphia, as the cool kids say, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. First time since 2019 that the UFC held an event there. That was a fight night event headlined by Justin Gaethje versus Edson Barbosa in March of 2019. This time around, they come back with the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Islam Makhachev, who makes history. 17 wins in a row for Islam Makhachev. He retains his welterweight title. As GC just said, if you were watching the post show, and the watch party, tremendous job by both GC and Rick. A, for the watch party, but B, for like actually doing it in those outfits for the entire time. I mean, the dedication to the bit. Primo, fifth fighter to defend a title in two different weight classes. Perhaps most importantly, in my opinion, 17th win in a row, breaking Anderson Silva's record, which was 16 wins in a row. He did not break any title defense records or anything like that.
Rangy, strong guy who has great takedown defense. I mean, if you look at his takedown defense tonight against Islam, it was impressive. I felt like, I think that Ian is a talented guy. If he had even an ounce of killer instinct in that fifth round, you know, he had been beating him to the body. Islam's whole, I think, right side was beat up. His face was beat up. You don't come out and hug and shake hands in the fight. That shit drives me fucking crazy. When there's so much at stake, and there's also, you know, a lot of mental, you know, gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it in this game. You come out in that fifth round with a flying knee or something crazy and you try to finish the fight. I think that this is one of those fights that Ian will go back and watch and say, fuck.
But the real twist comes from what Islam revealed about his future. He knows this chapter cannot continue forever. Makhachev admitted he may have only 3 or 4 fights remaining, perhaps just a couple more years competing at the highest level. That changes everything. From here on, every appearance carries greater weight. Islam has no interest in disappearing for months or watching opportunities pass while he waits on the sidelines. He wants another fight before Ramadan, and if Carlos Prates continues building momentum, their collision suddenly looks impossible to ignore. Prates could become the next dangerous test waiting across the cage. Now the decision may not belong to Islam at all. The UFC has to decide whether this matchup deserves to become reality. And if they make the call, one question remains: would you want to see Islam Makhachev face Carlos Prates next?
To finish, to go show the good performance end of the fight, you know.
And you dropped him with that head kick in the second. Did you think you were going to be able to get him out of there in that moment?
Yeah, I just told in some media, he happy I don't have big leg, you know. I just catch him with my fingers, and it's a good shot, you know. After that, I try to land it some punch, go crazy, you know, don't control my emotion, and almost finish him.
And was saying something to you, kind of trying to give you a hug, touching you on the head. Beginning of the 5th round, he high-fived you. Dana White said he hates that. He wished you guys would just...
Bro, honestly, I don't understand, man. This is the fight. This is not something we have to, like, hug each other every round, you know. We're going to war to broke the face, to broke the eye, you know. That's why I respect all my opponents. But Jan, I don't know, he respect too much.
What did he say to you after the fight? Because it looked like he came and
He just said, I fight today with the greatest fighter. Yeah, I respect him, you know. He's a good guy, very kind, you know. But this is the war, you know. Look my face. I just come to beat everybody. Of course, this is some of them give 1 round or 4th rounds, but I feel I won the 3 rounds, before the last round, you know. But Khabib and all corners say you have to win the last round. And on the last round, I feel I can do I can take him down, do something more, because this third and fourth round not like very tough, and I have like power to finish, to go show the good performance end of the fight.
Talented guy. If he had even an ounce of killer instinct in that fifth round, he had been beating him to the body. Islam's whole, I think, right side was beat up. His face was beat up. You don't come out and hug and shake hands in the fight. That shit drives me fucking crazy. When there's so much at stake, and there's also, a lot of mental, gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it in this game. You come out in that fifth round with a flying knee or something crazy, and you try to finish the fight. I think that this is one of those fights that Ian will go back and watch and say,
Islam Makhachev has just revealed a major clue about how much longer he intends to compete. After his showdown with Ian Garry, Islam acknowledged that the final stretch of his career could arrive sooner than fans expect. He believes there may be only 3 or 4 fights left, or perhaps another couple of years, before he finally steps away from MMA. But Islam has no intention of letting that clock run empty. He wants to return to the octagon before Ramadan, and one dangerous name is already drawing his attention. Carlos Prates. Prates carries devastating knockout power and presents a completely different kind of threat. Yet that may be precisely why Islam wants the challenge now. With only a handful of fights potentially remaining, Makhachev appears determined to turn every appearance into something unforgettable and make every remaining battle count.
Was set up for the upset. I felt like the upset could happen tonight with so much on the line, all the records that Islam has, and he's going to break Anderson Silva's record. There's weight classes for a reason. Ian Garry is a big, rangy, strong guy who has great takedown defense. I mean, if you look at his takedown defense tonight against Islam, it was impressive. I think that Ian is a talented guy. If he had even an ounce of killer instinct in that fifth round, he had been beating him to the body. Islam's whole, I think, right side was beat up. His face was beat up. You don't come out and hug and shake hands in the fight. That shit drives me fucking crazy. When there's so much at stake, and there's also, a lot of mental, gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it in this game. You come out in that fifth round with a flying knee or something crazy, and you try to finish the fight. I think that this is one of those fights that Ian will go back and watch and say, fuck, wish I could do that over again. If he came out and tried to destroy and win that last round, with everything that he had, I think it's a totally different fight. Islam went out, it's the complete opposite now, against a bigger, strong, rangy guy who has good takedown defense, controlled him, shut him down. I don't know if he was in his head and Ian felt like he had to come out and shake hands in the fifth round or whatever, but Islam did exactly what he needed to do to win that fight. When I went in after the fight and Ian Garry came over and shook my hand, Ian Garry's handshake is like a fucking vice grip, and he is a big, powerful, rangy guy. And, for Islam to go in and do what he did to him tonight, physical and mental, if you to come out of that fucking corner like a raging fucking bull, we might be having a different conversation right now.
Do you feel like Ian's too nice to his opponents? At the press conference, he wanted to build Islam up. He's been nice about him all week.
I think that Ian's a classy guy is what I think. And, he always shows class. He did, before the fight, he goes over and shakes, all the corners' hands and all that stuff. It's great. But when that fucking bell rings, you got to switch. You got to switch all that shit off and go. And you definitely got to do it in the fifth round after he fought a great fight against Islam, who, everybody in this room and everybody else is saying, well, we might start talking about GOAT. You don't go shake the fucking GOAT's hand going into the fifth round. You come out to fucking annihilate him. I mean, that just has to be your mindset. in my humble opinion.
Islam Makhachev is already looking beyond his battle with Ian Garry, and his latest comments suggest he has no intention of disappearing anytime soon. Once the fight ended, Islam made his intentions clear: stay active, return to the octagon before Ramadan, and keep moving forward. One name has already entered the picture: Carlos Prates, a dangerous striker capable of creating a completely different nightmare for Makhachev. But the most revealing part was not the opponent. It was Islam openly discussing how much longer he believes his career can continue. Makhachev knows the final chapter is getting closer, admitting he could have only 3 or 4 fights remaining, or perhaps just another couple of years competing among the elite. Suddenly, every decision carries more weight. Islam has no interest in watching precious time disappear while sitting on the sidelines. At this stage, every fight matters, and he appears determined to choose matchups capable of adding something meaningful to his legacy. Dana White has also discussed Islam's future, meaning the UFC could ultimately control what happens next. Islam may have his eyes on Prates, but the division could produce another dangerous option before that opportunity arrives. Still, one thing is becoming impossible to ignore: Islam wants another major fight soon, not an extended vacation. And if only a handful of battles truly remain, the next few years could define the final legacy of Makhachev's career. So could Carlos Prates be waiting next? Or is there another opponent you would rather see Islam face? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.